Hi guys. I know I started a series and I did not finish it. I just have a lot going on and I'm preparing for a lot of things, and sorry that my gel's drying up. You're just gonna have to get over it. And I need to wax my mustache and all those things. I'm literally doing this out of obedience. It's just important, and it's the first one of the year. So this is episode 3 of You Are the Art, okay? So this is gonna be about pain has purpose, okay? God is the creator and you're the creation. So that's part of what you are the art even means. Anything that you put out into the world, I believe, is your art because God created you. I'm not saying you have to be a saint. I wasn't a church kid. God found me, Jesus, the whole walk. And if you need a suggestion, shout out Mike Todd, pastor in Transformation Church. That's who I personally follow. So pain doesn't mean punishment, it's preparation. And I know that personally, just being through homelessness, addiction, divorce, all kinds of things that have happened. I'm a mother of 3, single mother of 3, divorced mother of 3, however you want to do it. But pain can often make us feel like we have to stop. Pain can often make us feel like the big plan and the destiny and the dream that he's given you is over, and it doesn't mean that. It means preparation, but it takes time and process to go through what you're currently experiencing in order to see it as preparation for what you end up walking into after that. God did not stop creating. When he made the world, like in general, he creates through us, through you and I. He created the world, and the world continues to move and vibrate through us, through our art, through our speech, through our connections. I'm not an artist. I don't paint. I'm not a comedian. I don't do spoken word. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a poet. I don't play an instrument. I'm not a welder. I make content. I don't even, consider myself a content creator. I'm still working on saying, Jesse, you are a business person, a businesswoman, because that's what I've come here to do in the world. And I have a business called In-House Incorporated in HZ. It's a frequency, and it's about sharing your art with the world. And I'm thankful for every artist that shares their art with the world and that have been through pain that prepares them. And I'm just letting you know that God hasn't stopped creating in the world and of the world. He's doing it through every breath that you take when you wake up in the morning. Personal battle with pain. I definitely have had that, and accepting the preparation. Again, things that you can do is journaling. I love journaling. I have about 5 to 7 journals I can go back to look through. Some of them destroyed. I can't really see, but even ones I can read back to 2021. And I can't wait till the day. I wish I would have made them. I used to write even in high school, so that would have been 2000 to 2005 or something like that. Like, wow. I wish I could go back and find those. But journaling is a good one because you can reflect. You can reflect where you've been at 5 days ago. You can reflect where you've been at, a couple months ago. Yeah, sorry, I have my paper here. Anyways, word, energy, and presence is everyday creation hourly. So I got to break that down. So word, me speaking to you, me having the confidence to just be myself. I always keep saying I should start some sort of workshop on being confident or being authentic and just being who you are in the world where you're at this time, but with the willingness to grow. That's the part of in the present. So word, energy, and presence is everyday creation, hourly, marking every moment when you go to the corner store, when you go to work, when you're creating, when you're making money, when you're dealing with your kids, when you're, sorry, the gel is so bothering me. When you're doing stuff like this and being authentic and creative, that's happening on an hourly basis. And I think that that's beautiful and also a privilege to have in this world. So elevation often begins in places that feel like endings. I'm facing that right now. I was going through, I've faced evictions and all this stuff, and so homelessness, and I've been homeless before several times, and I just get haunted by that sometimes. Like, I'm not stable, but sometimes I look and I'm so thankful for people who have helped, people who have come, people who he's provided, and I still can't believe that I'm like here, like sometimes. So when I'm going through things, just a couple weeks ago, I had to make a payment plan with my landlords or management company and was just like, look, this is where it's at right now. I got to start a new project, da 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 da. So I'm just thankful that elevation often begins in places that feel like endings, and it takes a lot of practice to get to a point where you can be like, okay, that I trust God enough, or trust yourself enough to let that be. Let that elevation be the inspiration, but the feeling that it's ending and it's all over is a sign of preparation. So the way you live in your art form, however that may be, and some people identify artists however you perceive an artist right now may not be what a perception of an artist is, for real. Like, just because I'm in love with business and paperwork and all the boring things, that doesn't mean it's not art. I like to show people that there's art in business too. But no matter what your art form is, make it honest and make it healing for you, healing for your audience, healing for the world, healing in some sort of aspect. Even dark art is healing in some way. Some people just need a break. I'm a big believer that when you're experiencing grief, that comedy is one of the best medicines, but it's deeper than that. It's like when losing a parent's heart. When I lost my father, just hearing, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss," really got in the back of my teeth. But someone who was just so nonchalant about it, like, "Yo, your dad is dead. He drowned. Your dad?" Like, I don't know. Some sort of joke. I'm not a comedian, so I can't make a joke about it. But some people, that keep it light, and I don't know. I just feel like that can be part of a healing process too. So just because you feel like, one, you don't have art to offer the world, you do, and two, just because if you're in a dark place doesn't mean you don't have something to offer for it to be healing. So the way you live is your art form. Make it honest and make it healing. And then tension between faith and works is the last thing I'll talk about. So, you know how they say faith without works is dead. And in that sense it is. But I used to beat myself up because I thought it was like physical work. Like I had to suffer. And it's not always like that. And I would hear people say what I'm saying right now, but I wouldn't technically believe them until I experience it myself. And it's more like the tension between the faith and the works is the growth part. It's the part that you are working through so that you can get to the other side, is the simplest way that I can explain that. But all in all, I don't know. I just hope that any of that helps. And that was episode 3 real quick. Y'all have a great day, and thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your art form with the world.